Good afternoon, everyone. On this session, I will talk about one of the 12 strategic plan areas in the Papua New Guinean Medium-Term Development Plan number 4, 2023 to 2027. Okay, now, the MTDP identifies 12 strategic priority areas as pillars that reflect the national objective, goals, and aspirations of Vision 2050, and to which government investments will be aligned. These SPAs are supported through DIPs, which is Deliberate Intervention Programs. All development programs and projects are financed through the national budget and implemented by respective sector agencies, sub-national governments, and development partners. They are aligned to coordinate within these SPAs and DIPs. Today I'm going to talk about the strategic plan area number 10, which is climate change and environmental protection. The objective of SPA 10 is building a resilient economy from the adverse effects of climate change, environment degradation, and natural disasters. Building an economy that is resilient to the impacts of climate change is an important focus for the government. The intensifying effects of climate change in PNG pose a risk to the economy, including public assets, export commodities, private investments, and the well-being of the citizens. The agenda for climate change and natural environmental protection is important to grow the economy so that the country does not bear the opportunity of missing out on opportunities for job creation, prosperity, and more resilient future. PNG is ranked as the 10th most vulnerable country in the world. PNG has responded to the global climate change agenda and is committed to comply with international obligations. PNG is putting forward proactive data, tools, disclosures, and mitigation strategies. And under this, the key deliberate intervention programs or DIPs to develop the SPA 10 includes number one, climate change, mitigation and adaptation. Number 2, environmental protection. And number 3, national disaster management. Under climate change and adaptation, climate change mitigation commitments are focused on agriculture, forestry, land, and other land use, and also energy, especially the electricity sectors. PNG is committed to carbon neutral within the energy industry sector. So PNG is committed to focus on 4 development sectors of the 9 priority areas for adaptation, which include health, infrastructure, agriculture, and transport. Under the environmental protection, PNG's wealth of terrestrial and marine biodiversity makes it one of the world's most biodiverse country, with more than 7% of the world's biodiversity on less than 1% of the world's land area. And as for DIP number 3, natural disaster management, is managing and reducing the risk of natural disasters and consequently increasing the resilience of communities in PNG to disasters is a priority of the government. Initiatives within the SPA 10. Under the SPA 10, we have the DIP, which is climate change mitigation and adaptation. Under these 3 separate areas, there are different initiatives. So under the climate change mitigation and adaptation, we have the initiatives are the RED Plus Safeguard Information System. Number 2, enhanced determined contribution implementation plan from 2020 to 2030. Adaptation program and the mitigation program. Under the DIP 2, which is the environmental protection, we have sustainable environmental management program, national waste development program, and we have the bio-waste energy development program. And under the DIP 3, which is the national disaster management, We have the natural disaster program, the integrated early warning systems, and the natural disaster resilient infrastructure. Moving on to challenges or loopholes in the SPA's implementation. Climate change is, as we all know, climate change is an ongoing issue. It is a bigger challenge for the government of PNG to tackle because our climate is changing daily. Better management and planning can help with achieving the SPA's implementation. And as for natural environmental protection, PNG is endowed with rich natural resources and culture. It is the third world's largest tropical rainforest and biodiversity. It's globally known as hotspot. All these are under the considerable pressure from the impact of climate change. The government intends to secure 16% of both terrestrial and 8% of maritime as protected area from 2020 baseline of 3.69% and 3.98% respectively. Our constructive suggestions will be carrying out awareness and letting everyone know the occurrence within our climate that is affecting our country in one way or the other. Certain individuals can help by educating others with the purpose of MTDP, especially the SPA. Also, with the state of our country, with the state our country is in today, the government should look into rural areas within the country to educate people on how important it is to protect our natural environment. And lastly, other actions include banning of plastic and adopting innovative methods of waste management should be taken seriously. That's all, and thank you for listening.